Alrighty. Here we go. Another round. On to the Division Championship Series. Got the Griffins going to visit the Las Vegas High Rollers, two-time defending champions. Fane versus Zach. Somerville Moneyline, JR. Playoffs year in and year out, trying to go deep this year. Let's see if this is his year to get there. Going against Jay in the Denver Dynamite, second year in a row the playoffs. More than second year in a row. I'm misremembering. No, second in a row. Third in a row that the Dynamite have now been back in the playoffs. Of course, two-time champion Jay in the Denver Dynamite. Over to the Fire Conference side, we've got Alex and the San Diego Seals making a surprise run. 4 games under 500 this year, but they dispatched the Chili's Picantes in Game 1, and they'll face the Nashville Blues, who got the surprising first-round bye. First-year GM Theo winning 10 straight games to end the season as Andrew and the Rebels lost 10 straight. And then we've got Daniel, who just took over the Huron Herons this year in his first year as GM, getting a first-round win over those Virginia Rebels, and he will go up against my Oahu Paddlers, who took out the Outlaws in 7 games in the Wild Card Series. So, for those of you who don't know, it's kind of a trend where the Fire Conference, the shittier teams win in round 1. For the most part, that happened in a couple places, so we'll see if those magical runs can continue. All right, on to the scores. Matchups real quick, kind of just ran through them, but yeah, season series, Las Vegas 3 out of 4 over Toronto. Here we've got 3 out of 4 in favor of the money line. Nashville winning all 4 matchups against the Seals this year, and the Paddlers winning 3 out of 4 against the Herons. So now let's get things rolling. Nick Henson on the mound, ace for the Griffins, best pitcher in the league likely. Bobby Bradford for Las Vegas in Game 1 nod. Jim Sobieski on the mound again for Denver. And Sonneville's been really, both these pitchers have been brilliant on the mound for the money line. Troy Kelso starting off for San Diego, and then we've got Sutton for Nashville. Armando Sutton, let's take real quick. Ernie Paulus, 30-year-old for the Herons, getting the start, and Jose Castillo, probably the best pitcher left on the staff for the Paddlers with injuries, getting the nod. So, let's get things started. Seals strike first in the first. Mitch Brandt doubles in Chris Heisey, top of Nashville. Paddlers get on the board. Israel Esparza hits a sacrifice fly to drive in Bobby Ola. 1-0 the first in that game. Toronto is on the board first against Las Vegas with a wild pitch scoring Torricelli. Somerville scores 2 in the second against Denver. Doug Linder doubles in Gore. Joe Warfield doubles in Linder. And Las Vegas takes the lead against Toronto with a 2-run double by Eric Baranu, driving between Garcia and Bixby. Toronto ties back up and then takes the lead in the third. The very next inning, Jose Rosales ties it with the solo home run, and then Miguel Carrillo, MVP of the last series, gets a sac fly, driving in Reyna. Meanwhile, Nashville ties it up in the third against San Diego. Ryan Harvey singles in Stone. That's 1-1. And Somerville extends the lead over Denver to 4-0 with a Ryan Crater 2-run home run. Gregorio Prieto singles in Collins, and the Herons have tied up the Paddlers 1-1 in the fifth. Meanwhile, San Diego erupts for 3 runs in the fifth. Gary Huber singles in Nufdal, and then Quentin Cook with a 2-run homer makes it 4-1. Nick Henson strikes out, his 10th batter here through 5 innings, putting in work like he usually does. Of course, that's a 3-2 game right there. And down 4-0, Denver walks with the bases loaded. Jason Blanc walks, forcing Doherty to score. And then Paulo Corredora hits a grand slam, and all of a sudden it's a 5-4 game. Denver on top of Somerville. Israel Sparza doubles in Marinelli, and that is a 2-1 game. Paddlers take the lead in the sixth. Somerville ties it back up. Tony Acuna singles in Graham. That's now 5-5 in the fifth, and the Seals extend their lead big time with a 3-run homer by Gary Huber. Huber, 2 for 4 in the day, 4 RBIs now. Danny Garcia walks, and that ties the game for Las Vegas in the sixth, 3-3. Gooch adds 2 more for the Seals. They've got that game in hand. Games. Solo home run in the sixth for Brian Gore, and that puts the money line on top 6-5 again. 2 on, 1 out for the Herons, threatening in the top of the 8th. Montenegro at the plate. He's going to single. It's going to bring up Colt Kerr with the bases loaded. Fielder's choice. Lopez at the plate. Ryan Roach doubles in Warfield. That's going to extend the lead for the money line 7-5. And Jorge Lopez pops out, so the Herons don't score. Bottom of the 8th we go. Oahu clings to that 2-1 lead. Man at second, nobody out for Toronto in the 3-3 game. Make that 2-1, and they both come in. Jesus Apraskin drives them in with a double. Reyna and Correa score. 2 on, 1 out. Still threatening for more in that game, but Griffins trying to play spoiler on the road in game 1 against the 2-time defending champs. John Smith doubles in Raskin. 6-3 now. 3 outs remaining for the Herons here as they come up in the top of the 9th. Ken Taylor leadoff walk. Collins flies out. It's going to bring up Hare. Adrian Hare strikes out, looking Gregorio Prieto at the plate. And that'll do it. Paddlers get a game 1 win at home, 2-1. The Seals get a game 1 win on the road, 9-1, one-sided contest. Their magical run continues. 9th inning now, the Griffins with a 3-run lead over the High Rollers. I had a preseason pick to unseat the high rollers, it would be the Griffins. I feel like their 1-2 pitching punch is scary, and that can be deadly in a playoff matchup. That'll do it. Toronto does get that road victory, 6-3. Somerville, Denver in the ninth. 2 outs left for Denver, down 7-5. They had a pretty nice comeback, down 4-0, up to go up 5-4, but Somerville clawed back in the lead, and they're looking to retain that Game 1 win. Game 1 home, protect home turf for that Game 1 win. Jason Blanc walks, and Corredor's hit by the pitch, so we're going to see the winning run come to the plate in Koljavec, or the go-ahead run. And he doesn't get it done. Somerville wins Game 1, 7-5. Looks like the AI's out there signing IAFAs. Just warning to everybody else, hey, maybe there's still some talent out there. All right, let's see. Finish today. Okay, Game 2. On the mound, Mike Standish for Las Vegas, Frank Vaughn for Nashville, Ramon Curiel for the Paddlers, and Jared Perry for the Somerville Moneyline. Meanwhile, for the Herons, we've got who do we have? Matt Shelton, 33-year-old Matt Shelton on the mound. Bill Machado on the mound for Toronto, second piece of that 1-2 punch. Billy Larson on the mound for the San Diego Seals. Tyler Worthen gets the nod for Denver. Joe Warfield leaves the game with an injury right away here for the money line in Game 2. Jason Toney's solo home run, second inning, gives the Paddlers a 1-0 lead. Adam Bixby, 2-run homer in the second for Las Vegas. 2-0 on that side. Herons tie it right back up in the third on a Preciado double. Adrian Hare scores. Tim Taylor singles in 2, making Las Vegas a 4-run leader, 4-0 in the second. Ryan Crater doubles in 2 for the money line. Third inning. Vasquez and Roach come across, and that's a 2-0 game. And the Seals strike first in Nashville again. John Ireland hits a solo home run. 1-0 San Diego. Angelo Capriati singles in the fourth to tie the game for Nashville 1-1. Jason Bassett triple makes it 5-0 Las Vegas. So they got all over the starter for Toronto. Make it 6-0 Danny Garcia sac fly. Brian Hall, 2-run homer in the sixth, ties it for Denver, 2-2. Dave Morgan singles in Hersey, and then John Muskin walks with the bases loaded, and Nashville now has a 3-1 lead over San Diego in the sixth inning. Brian Gore singles in a run, giving them the 3-2 lead in the sixth. We're in the ninth now in Oahu, 1-1, Huron and Oahu. Leadoff walk to Oscar Montenegro. Cole Kerr singles, so first and second, nobody out for the Herons. Meanwhile, Joe Smith singles, gets Toronto on the board for the first time in Game 2. Their trail 7-1 over there. Lopez strikes out swinging, big out there in the ninth, but a 2-run double by Ken Taylor gives the Herons the lead, 3-1. Adrian Hare flies out. Jason Blanc, 3-run homer in the seventh inning. Down 3-2, now up 5-3 for the Dynamite, trying to even that series. Leadoff runner on for the Paddlers. Marinelli singles in the ninth. Kolchevek adds another for Denver. Solo home run. Esparza strikes out swinging. Jeremy Martinez doubles, so the tying run at second in the ninth inning with Jason Toney at the plate. Toney reaches on an error. It's going to be Paul Reeves, the center fielder. He strikes out swinging, a pinch hitter in Schmidt at the plate. The Herons escape, and they win Game 2, 3-1. That series is tied 1-1 as we shift back to Huron. I think Meltzer leaves the game with an injury for San Diego, and Tim Gooch singles in Felix in the 8th to bring that to a 1-run game. The Seals will have 3 outs left to try to get back into game 2. Denver, meanwhile, extends the lead on a double play. Doherty comes across, but it's 7-3 as we go to the 9th inning in that game. And Las Vegas in control in the 9th. Just a technicality here as that one's about to wrap up. Looks like if everything holds here, we're going to have 3 series tied at 1. All 4 series, tied at 1. And it's a final. The Blues win game 2, 3-2. Las Vegas wins game 2, 7-1. 3 outs left for the money line, down 4 here in the 9th. All right, game 3, we've got Tim Barker on the mound for Las Vegas going against Matt McKnight. Josh East for the money line against John Lilly for Denver. Mike Cannon against Bryce Dragic for the Seals. And then Devin Quain for the Paddlers against Miguel Parra. Tim Taylor starts the action early for Las Vegas, 1-0 in the first with a solo home run. Dave Morgan gets 2 for Nashville in the first with a 2-run homer. Miguel Carrillo ties it up in the bottom half for Toronto with a solo home run of his own. And the Herons get 3 in the first on a couple singles. They lead Oahu by 3-0 as we go to the second inning. The Seals respond big in this bottom half of the first inning. They get a run on a Chris Heisey single, 2 more on David Ramirez single, and then a 3-run homer by Craig Nofdahl. It's 6-2 after 1. Mike Davis, solo home run in the second, starts the scoring in Denver, 1-0 Somerville. High rollers stringing together hits. Miguel Gayton drives in Baranu. Big speed doubles in Bassett and Gayton. It's 4-1 now in the third. Toronto gets one back. Miguel Gurria, second home run of the game. after his MVP performance in the Wild Card Series. Having another nice series is trying to will his team over the defending champions. Eric Barreneau solo home run extends the lead again for Las Vegas, 5-2 in the fourth, and Nashville gets one back, cutting into the Seals lead. Josh Muskin grounds out, driving in Harvey. Denver right now just one hit through 5 innings. 1-0 game still over there. Moneyline leading that one. Just that second inning home run. Make it 2-0. A fielder's choice by Brian Gore drives in another run. Meanwhile, Craig Nofdahl, second home run of the game. 2-run homer this time, 8-3. Seals on top. 5 RBIs, a 3-run shot, and a 2-run shot for Nofdahl. Huron extends their lead big time, 3-0 to 7-0. We got a single, another single, sac fly, and 4 runs come across and all that. Two-run single for Bassett, 7-3. High rollers in the 6th. Slow it down, not because of the Huron-Oahu game, but because of the Somerville-Denver game, which is close. Denver's going to need some hits, though. Looks like East is out there. He might have been a follower, Josh East, because he's 5.2 innings in. Looks like that strategy's worked pretty well for this game. One, two, three, go the Dynamite on to the 9th. Seals extend their lead to 7 with a 2-run double. 10-3 in the 7th. And a final in Huron, 7-0 over the Paddlers. Miguel Pera, 8.1 innings pitched. Almost went the distance. 7 strikeouts. Jason Blanc, 2-run home run in the 9th inning. I missed it. 2-run homer in the 9th inning ties it up. Down 2-0 to the money line. Look away for 1 second. But in dramatic fashion, we're going into extra innings here. Jason Blanc, clutch. Just the second hit of the game for Denver, and it's a big one. Andy Davis, and then, Mike Davis singles here. First and third. for the money line, just one out. Pitching change, Etherington coming in for Denver. And the money line going, caught stealing second, Mike Davis, but what was it, a double, nope, sac fly. A sac fly, and then a caught stealing to end the inning. But it's 3-2 Somerville. Milo Koljevic walks to lead things off. It's going to bring Shaw up. He grounds into a double play. So final out for the Dynamite. It's Doherty at the plate, and he is retired. So the money line almost give it up in the ninth. But they hang on to win a game 3 on the road, and they have a 2-1 series lead. The Seals win emphatically. They have a 2-1 series lead. Everybody who wins today will have a 2-1 series lead. Toronto trying to get some runs here late, but 2 outs remaining in this game. Not sure if they have enough left in the tank. Bases are loaded here for Huang. This is the guy to have up. Verga coming in to pitch. Huang is hit by the pitch, so 8-4. Now the tying run is at the plate, and Miguel Carrillo, actually, this is the guy to have up in this situation, and he walks. It's 8-5. Tying run is on first base for the Griffins. Full count, but Torricelli strikes out swinging. Last out for the Griffins here. It's going to be Reyna. And Reyna is retired, so 8-5. Las Vegas holds on the road, 2-1 series lead. And we're on to game 4, and then we'll drop the file for the night and pick this up tomorrow. Right, Evans versus Johnson. Jeremy Evans versus Jeremy Johnson. Battle of the Jeremys out here in Toronto. Ryan Lewis versus Jesus Gonzalez. Armando Sutton getting the start against Jabari Alexander. Juan Martinez going against Greg Tarver. I'm going to be up doing a little work after this, so if I do hear from like all the GMs that are still alive right now, we can sim maybe again later tonight to finish up the round. Otherwise, we'll finish up tomorrow on my lunch break around 12 or 12:30. So if anybody wants to make changes, they can do that overnight. I'll drop a file. Getting things started here. Huang, 2-run homer for Toronto in the first. 2-0 on top of Las Vegas. They tied back up in the second, though, real quickly. Matthew Taylor with a 2-run homer, so it's 2-2 in that game. Esparza starts the scoring for the Paddlers on top of Huron, 1-0 in the second with a solo home run. And Milo Koljevic with a solo home run in the second gives Denver the lead, 1-0. Nashville strikes first over the Seals. Tim Stone with a solo home run. And we've got 5 scoring plays, all on home runs. Taylor now giving Las Vegas the lead with a home run of his own. The Taylor brothers mashing. Jason Blanc, the almost hero. I almost said hero there. He was the almost hero of Game 2. Drives into, and Denver has a 3-0 lead. Miguel Carrillo, solo home run. It's Mr. Carrillo's 8th home run here of the postseason. That ties the game 3-3. Toronto now taking the lead on a Ballard sac fly. It's 4-3 in the 4th. Mitch Brandt leaving the game with an injury for the Seals. Haven't really checked up on injuries, but we'll drop a report here after game 4. John Hersey singles, driving in Stone, 2-0 Nashville. Quiet game in Huron right now. It's still 1-0 as we go to the 6th inning. Huron just the 1 hit so far against Juan Martinez. Paddlers just 3 hits, but 1 was a solo home run. An error, a single, a sac fly, and the Herons are on the board. It's 1-1. As we go to the 7th in that game. Meanwhile, Toronto gets an insurance run. Torricelli solo home run, 5-3 in the 6th. Seals strike for the first time in game 4. Tim Gooch with a solo home run. It's 2-1 in the 7th there. And we're late. Let's slow it down. We've got some close games here. Go ahead run on second for the Herons with 2 down. Tying run on second for the Seals. The Herons strike, 2-run homer. Ken Taylor makes it 3-1 in the 7th. Las Vegas gets one back. Evan Pienta singles in Taylor. And that's now 5-4. Two on, 2 out for Las Vegas, trying to get that tying run. Jason Bassett strikes out swinging. That's going to stay 5-4 as we go to the bottom half of the inning. Moneyline completely shut down here so far in game 4. It's 3-0 and they've got 4 outs left. There's a single by Ryan Crater. Let's see if they can follow it up with anything. Etherington coming in the game for the Dynamite. Adrian Hare with a solo home run extending the lead for the Herons. The Paddlers only have 3 outs left here. They're going to face a 3-1 series deficit. Two on, nobody out for Denver trying to get insurance. Three outs left for the Seals as that game moves to the 9th inning. Last 3 outs for the Paddlers. There's Esparza striking out swinging. Two outs remaining. Javier Reyes singles in Koljavec. Insurance run for the Dynamite. 4-0 now in the 8th. And Martinez is retired. That'll do it. The Herons win game 4. And they have a 3-1 series lead. And it looks like the money line are going to go quietly into the night. 4-0. Oh, yeah, this always happens. I always try to call it early. Brian Gore singles. And that will do it. So the Dynamite win game 4, 4-0. And that series is tied 2-2. Meanwhile, Nashville trying to get some insurance here, maybe 2-on with an error and a walk. As they lead 2-1 in the 9th on the Seals. Definitely would like insurance. And the tying run is on second here for the High Rollers. Looks like, I forget how he got on, or I didn't see how he got on, but a wild pitch advanced him to second. So Baranu at the plate against Knapp in there. First and second now, Knapp walks Baranu. It's the closer. Fly out advances the runner. It's first and third, one down here. Seals coming to the plate in the 9th. Ruffner strikes out, swinging, big out there for the Griffins. Tim Taylor at the plate, 1 for 4 in the day, homer RBI. First and third for the Seals with one down. And they tie it. David Ramirez singles in Ramirez. And that's a 2-2 game. First and second still with one out. Griffins shut the door on Las Vegas. They tie the series 2-2. Nofdahl strikes out swinging. It's going to bring up Farley. And Farley grounds out, but the Seals tie it in the 9th. We have extra baseball here. Lead-off double by John Stanforth gets the Blues rolling early in the 10th. It's going to bring up Harvey. A wild pitch advances him to third, so Ryan Harvey just needs to get the ball in the outfield or hit it in the right place. He doubles. That's definitely good enough. 3-2 now. The Blues take the lead. Dave Morgan singles now, first and third. And a double makes it 4-2. We've got bases loaded with one out. 5-2 on a single by Capriati. So the Blues, all of a sudden, quiet bats most of the game, have erupted in the 10th. The Seals are going to need a big response here, or this is going to be a 2-2 series. Quentin Cook walks with one out. And that will do it. Nashville does take game 4, 5-2 and 10. So we're 2-2 across the board, except for out there in Oahu. The team sucks. Down 3-1 to the Huron Herons. Drop an injury report here. Drop a file. Again, if you're on tonight and you want to DM me and let me know you're good to go, we'll maybe sim in like another hour. Otherwise, we will sim tomorrow around 12:30 Eastern.